Hello, brothers and sisters of light and dark. Welcome to my basement. My comments, since I try to keep it down, I need to get it under 10 minutes. If it goes over 10 minutes, it's very important and unimportant. The liberals, the retards, people like God, people like smoke, people like to drink, people like ayahuasca, people like DMT, people who are materialistic, people like marijuana, people like DMT. I said that twice. Listener's discretion. Easy. But of course, if you have any comments, questions, insults, or roast fest, you put it down below. And you know who I am. At Lado Daddy on. Okay, that's Lado Daddy, okay. And people just fly off, and that's very good. Okay, because I make sure I make that very clear that I'm up front like that. Okay, let's get on with the video. Now, this video is going to be pertaining to what Kevin Samuel said. A high value man. What is a high value man? He said it. He said it in his video. Okay, now you see that's a form of superficialness. All right. He said, if you watch my credentials is higher than his. But you know what? I'm not a high value man because I ain't got no money. What about a man who don't need money and still gets rich off of a woman? Okay, you know, through the matriarch, like what happened to Britney Spears and Eve? Those guys won in the court of law. They got houses and cars. They got alimony and shit. Okay, you know, I think it's just very superficial to label someone just because they have money. It's a high value, okay? Now, on his side, he might just be shallow enough like that, but I feel that's the problem in society. I truly feel that's a problem. Since women are most likely the ones that's usually focused on the money all the time, it forces men into a dilemma. And this is why the pimps told me, yo, we need them Johns. Okay? Because if those pimps are telling me what they told me, most of the men who's making all that money is usually interested in pussy that's used already, right? So I'm like, okay, that makes a lot of sense. So why are you achieving all that money? First, you're not interested in no virgins. Number two, you don't go overseas. You don't even believe in polygyny. Your health is fucked, okay? I don't understand how that works, Kevin Samuels. Please answer me there. Okay, so it's like, you know, you can have all of the money in the world, but you fuck with used vaginas? No, that's not a high value man to me. Okay, if you simping, that's not a high value man. You can have all of the pussy in the world you want. But just because you have money, you are high value? Come on now. Come on. You could do better than that, Kevin Samuels. But lucky for me, I'm not. I'm definitely more, I'm more high value than he is. I had my two menage a trois, and I never been took to the bank, took him to the trash and shit through the courts. And I know he was a cancer patient. As I'm just talking to him, I say, hey, I feel bad, you know, for what happened, okay? But I don't think that's a high value man. As I said before, I made a video a little while ago about a homeless man who was high value. And he specifically told me, hey, the value of a man that's not determined how much money he has is how his health. I believe health over money is more important than that, as I said before. Now, you can focus on the money to make your value, but that's because those men who do have that high amount of money has the connections to make that amount of money. Because really, the only way to get rich now, right, is either you get lucky through the lottery, all on who you know, okay, or you have the credentials or skills up here to use your brain power to make the money. But you're putting a lot of effort into it, okay? Think about that. You know, it seems to me that the more things a man needs, the lower value he is. The philosophy is real simple. It's like, you need this house. I know guys, you see them on the TV all of the time with those mansions in their 6-car garages. Kevin Samuels will see them as a high-value man. Okay, I don't see them as a high-value man. You may be worth something because you had connections. As I said, you might have got lucky. You may have sung a rap song and got lucky on that shit, but that does not make truly you a high-value man. How many times I gotta say this to people? And I even say this to women. Just because a man got money, that don't mean he's gonna treat you right because he's a high-value man. And on top of that, what about polygyny? Nobody, no high-value man is talking about polygyny. Now, the thing is that I've encountered a guy in North Carolina, okay? I don't know how he got what he had. And this motherfucker did not have a lot of money, but he had virgins all over his cock, okay? And his dick sucking in it. And he said these females are virgins. But he doesn't have sex with females who are non-virgins. And on top of that, he don't even have sex with the females that he's fucking with. And they're virgins, he told me. Do you think I believe him? I don't know if he was telling me the truth or not. But these females are very nice looking. They're very passive. He told them things nicely to do. I think he hypnotized the bitches, okay? Because he to me, he remind me of Charles Manson, okay? Having women kill for you type shit. And that's a rarity. He's way beyond my pay grade when it comes to... No, he's not way beyond my pay grade because my personality's different than his, okay? Just like the same thing with... I can't say that to nobody. But if you just look at my credentials, you'll see how much shit that I do in my life compared to his. I'm comparing apples to oranges. But what do you consider a high-value man? The person who cares about his health and he has high standards and he got a lot of things on his plate, like myself. A Renaissance man who's almost anything. But to me, I don't try to be ambitious. I think that causes problems later on down in life. When you got a lot of money, people always sniff that shit out. They can smell money on you. And that's what I say about Kevin Samuels. I think he should just go on the psychological side, the more philosophy side of things. Don't try to make it really materialistic in that perspective. Don't you agree? A lot of guys agree with me. When they come into my inbox, they say they don't like Kevin Samuels because he says that you're going to need a lot of money. And I said, hey, good health is more important than money. So even Kevin Samuels said that. But I keep telling you guys all the time, stop listening to other people. Focus in on yourself. If you can get that money, help out other guys who can help themselves, okay? But that's really, to me, a man who can help another man through charity and donations is a higher value man than a person who's just sitting in the house doing nothing, not helping no one else out. But I'm not asking you to help me out because I don't want you feeling sorry for me or anything. I'm not that ambitious. But I don't know what I would do with a lot of money. I know my value is very high, okay? I think my value is higher than most men, okay? But nobody want to put me on this show. Not yet. It's not my time. But I got things on my plate, so I got to go over Gambia and all that other shit because I'm trying to do a project for myself because of my Holy Spirit and shit that be talking to me all the time. So that makes me even more higher valuable than most guys. And I'm sounding arrogant about it because it's true. But other than that, that's all I really wanted to say. So anyone who has a problem with high value, man, I think you should just reassess and reevaluate, take away the materialistic aspect of it, and then that will show the true value of a man. But if a man, to me, when a man smokes, drinks, alcohol, that lowers his quality standards down. Do you understand what I'm saying? If a man messes with a female who's not a virgin, that lowers his standards down even more. If he doesn't speak up for himself, that also lowers his standard even more. If he basically settles for what everybody else, if he's religious, that lowers his standard. You know what I'm saying? A lot of shit that I say in my intro from the beginning, that all those things I listed, if you like to smoke and you all are into drinking, your value is not as high as mine. So I don't care how much money you make, okay? Because I'm not, as I said before, I am not that ambitious. I am not lazy neither. It's just that I got other things I'm trying to do. And plus, I have a Holy Spirit, which most of you guys don't have. I hear a voice telling me, don't try to, it's going to be given to me. It's going to be given to me. So I have the gift of premonitions and dreams and shit and prophecy. So I don't have to worry about that. I take my magic stick. And of course, that's all you can see about the magic stick. And so I ain't got to worry about all that other bullshit that y'all be talking about, materialism that makes a high value man. What else is there to say? I hope you learned something in this video. I hope you guys really understand that I'm not your average man. I'm not your Peter Pan. Check out my Patreon. I got Patreon. I got a PayPal. I got a fucking Cash App. And of course, if you can help me out, I'll make a studio. Okay? Probably better than Kevin Samuels. Okay? You never know because I'm really creative. Okay? But I got a lot of shit on my plate though. But other than that, everything depends on the person, okay? But my perspective is a high-value man cares about his health. He has high standards. He's not always, you don't have to be ambitious. You just don't, okay? But even the high-value man can be homeless, too, so you got to be careful with that. I know some guys who are homeless, who had homes and shit, and they don't live in their houses. Why? Sometimes a high-value man could be a mentally ill person, but I'm not saying I'm mentally ill, okay, you know? As the crackers do, okay? But other than that, okay, that's all I really got to say about that. And it's under 10 minutes. Thank you very much for listening, and you have a nice day. And also, I love the animals more than humans, but I don't fuck the animals. Peace.